All right, guys, this is the key to your review for your test tomorrow. So identify the number of terms and put the expression into standard form. Standard form means that the exponents need to go in descending order. So grab your largest exponent, which is 8, and it belongs to 4x to the 8th. So 4x to the 8th. Then after 8, the next largest one is 5x to the 6th, so plus 5x to the 6th. Then negative 7x to the 5th. And then last, we would have negative 2x squared. And then just how many terms? You count them. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 terms. Okay, same thing here. So the largest exponent is 7. So negative 4x to the 7th, then plus 9x to the 4th, minus 5x squared, plus 8x. And there are 4 terms here as well. We don't count the ones that are missing. It's just the ones that we actually see here. Here, the largest exponent is 10, so 20x to the 10th, then minus 7x to the 9th, minus 15x to the 8th, plus 12x cubed, plus 2x minus 19, and there are 6 terms. Okay, evaluate. To evaluate, we are just plugging in 3 in for all of the x's. So 2, 3 cubed minus 4 times 3 squared plus 3 minus 5. And then make sure you do the exponents first. So 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3. That's going to be 27. Then do the 3 squared. 3 times 3 is 9. Then we can do our multiplication. This would be 54 minus 36 plus 3 minus 5. This is 18 plus 3 minus 5, 21 minus 5, which is 16. Okay, g of negative 2, so now I'm going to plug in negative 2. When we square a negative, it becomes a positive. So 4 times positive 4 plus 5 times negative 2 plus 3. That would be 16 minus 10 plus 3. 16 minus 10 is 6 plus 3, which is going to be 9. Okay, next one, we are identifying the degree, the leading coefficient, and the maximum number of terms. So all those are related. The degree is the largest exponent that we see. So in here, the largest exponent that we see is 4, so degree is 4. The leading coefficient is the coefficient for that degree, so the coefficient is negative 2. So leading coefficient is negative 2, and then the max terms is your degree minus 1. So 4s are my degree, so max terms is 3. Next one, degree. Largest exponent here is 3. Leading coefficient is 2. So max terms is 2. Degree minus 1. Here, degree is 5. leading coefficient. There's an invisible one there. And then max turns, degree minus 1 is 4. Okay. Determine the zeros. For zeros, we just take all of our factors, so 3x, set it equal to 0, x plus 4, set it equal to 0, and x minus 6, set it equal to 0, and then solve each equation for x. So if 3x is equal to 0, 3 times what number is 0? Obviously 0. 3 times 0 is 0. So that's one of the zeros. If x plus 4 is equal to 0, then x obviously needs to be negative 4. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So that's another 0. And then 6 minus 6 is 0. So x is equal to 6, negative 4, and 0. Second one, x plus 5 equals 0. X minus 3 equals 0. X plus 7 equals 0. X minus 10 equals 0. So we would have negative 5, 3, negative 7, and 10. So x equals all of these are the zeros. Okay, next page. From the graphs below, identify the following information. So this goes to the end behavior. Leading coefficient, whether it's positive or negative, you can tell that from the right side of the graph. So the right side is going up, leading coefficient is positive. Right side is going down, leading coefficient is negative. Degree being odd or even. For the degree, you look at your endpoints. If they're facing the same direction, it's even. Opposite directions are odd. So this arrow's pointing up, this one's down, this one is odd. This arrow's down, this one is also down, so this one is even. So we have odd right here on the left, and this one is even. Okay. Number of real zeros, just count how many times it crosses the x-axis. Once, twice, 3, 4, and 5. This one crosses 1, 2. Okay. The value of the real zeros, so where they are on the graph. There's one at 0. There's one at about 1.5, and one at like 3, another one at -1, -2, -3, and another one at -4. So there's all 5. Here, there's only 2. One of them is at -3.5. The other one is at -0.5. Okay, how many relative minimums do we have? So count the hills. For the minimum, there's 1, 2, 3 here, 3 minimums. There's 1 here. F asks for how many maximums? So maximums, there's 1 here, 2, 3 here. And for the other graph, 1, 2. Top of every hill is a maximum, bottom is a minimum. Okay. Okay, last one is the end behavior. So looking at this one is positive odd. You should have it in your notebooks. The positive odd says that as x goes to -infinity, y is going towards -infinity. As x goes to positive infinity, y is going to positive infinity. So look for positive odd. It should say that under end behavior in your notes. Negative even says as x approaches negative infinity, y approaches negative infinity. And as x approaches positive infinity, y approaches positive infinity. And you could also look at the arrows. So right here, both are going down to the left and the right. So that's negative infinity, negative infinity. This one is going towards positive infinity. This one's going towards negative infinity. Okay. Factoring, so different types of factoring. GCF first in everything. So no matter how many terms you have, you always want to look for a GCF. This does not have a GCF, so then we're going to factor 4 terms by grouping. Group the first 2, the second 2, find the GCF of these 2. So 2x cubed minus 10x squared have a 2x squared in common, and then you're left with x minus 5. 3x minus 15 have a 3 in common, and you're left with x minus 5. So GCF of that now is x minus 5, and your leftovers are 2x squared plus 3. Okay. Next one, x cubed plus 64, GCF, there is none. And then it is 2 terms, so is it a difference of 2 squares, difference of 2 cubes, or a sum of 2 cubes? Since there is a plus sign, obviously it's a sum. What we are cubing here is x. What we're cubing to get 64 is 4. That tells us a is x, b is 4, and then you also need a squared, ab, and b squared. So x would be x squared, ab would be 4x, and b squared would be 16. Use SOAP. SOAP means same, opposite, always positive. So same, x plus 4, x squared minus 4x plus 16. And that is completely factored. There's another one for grouping. Group. GCF, 3x squared, x minus 2, negative 4, x minus 2. So x minus 2 and 3x squared minus 4. And those are both prime. And another difference of 2 squares, difference of 2 cubes now. 3x is being cubed minus 7 is being cubed. So now a is 3x, b is 7, a squared, ab, b squared. 3x times 3x is 9x squared, ab is 21x, and b squared is 49. Use SOAP. 3x, 7, 9x squared, 21x, and 49. So same, opposite, always positive. There we go. Okay, last page. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, do them, and then you can check your answers. Okay, here are your last answers for the review.